Get ready, because it's volume 5 of Which Episode of BoxMac Is That? The quickest way to find your favorite needles in the BoxMac haystack.
Boy, is one overzealous pot ready to rock.
It sure is. That pot is ready to go.
Hey, you want me to do some mac and cheese? I'm going to do some mac and cheese.
That's pretty good.
I can impersonate inanimate objects really well.
This pot's just wiggling. See the wiggling pot back here?
It's twerking.
Have we ever had a wiggling pot on the show before?
It is twerking. We got a twerking pot. That pot's ready to drop it.
And then we got to put in...
One noodle like catapulted out of that pot and into that one.
Did it?
There was an episode of, I think it was Opie and Anthony some time ago.
Yep, it's going back a ways.
They used to have Jim Norton on regularly. They had Jesse Ventura on as a guest, and they got into like a big political discussion about, I think like 9/11 or something. And Jesse Ventura got extremely up his own butt about everything. He kept lobbing this thing at him that like he wasn't a veteran, so he doesn't know what he's talking about. And so he gets up and he goes, "Thank you for your service."
Thanks for your service to our country.
You're welcome. And Jim Norton goes, "Yeah, and thanks for touching me. You and your Rocky Horror hairdo."
Thanks for touching me with your stupid Riff Raff Rocky Horror hairdo.
You had crazy hair. That inspired Jesse Ventura to stare at him for a while.
I'm not gonna fight a guy like you. That means nothing to me.
I know. Thank you for your service to
Oh, you're welcome. You're a bigger patriot than me. Godspeed.
It's one of my favorite interactions I've ever seen. I assume he's referring to like Riff Raff.
Yeah.
From Rocky Horror.
Riff Raff Rocky Horror hairdo.
Who was bald with long hair.
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura was looking a little unkempt that day. So the irony is that the mac and cheese guys have cut out dairy and are low carb.
Yeah, I cut out dairy too.
People are very difficult to talk to about it.
Yes.
Have you noticed this?
Not only that, but then if it doesn't work out for you, then
like you have to have a press release about like
So I'm not doing the low carb thing.
Like, what happened to the low carb?
Yeah, you order a big bowl of mac and like, what happened to the low carb? And you're like, all right, attention everyone, as of
like you have to oversell the idea that you don't care anymore.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I don't care
anymore. Are you sure you were doing so well in that? I know, I don't care.
Just to push them away forever.
Yeah, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about the wall.
Let's talk about politics and religion and the wall. Let's talk about abortion.
Anything to get us off this topic.
Can I tell you something that I discovered recently that I've been quite enjoying?
What's that?
Select clips from Dr. Phil. That's a show that gets pretty funny.
It is.
It's a show that's been on the air for a long, long time. I never even really knew what it was other than trashy daytime talk show. There are a lot of examples of times where either he's kicked someone off the show or someone has stormed off the show.
Really?
And it's the best.
Okay, thanks so much for coming. I was very interested in seeing what happened here.
There's one, like the guy who played Xander on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, talking about alcoholism as a problem for like other people.
Yep.
And Dr. Phil was like, "Why do I smell alcohol on you right now?"
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Wow.
I do. I smell alcohol on you.
I don't have any alcohol in me right now, so.
I don't know. I don't smell any alcohol. He's an actor, so he's lying really well. He's like, "Did you have beers last night?" And he's like, "I did."
I did.
And when you had those beers, he's like, "I'm done," and he leaves.
We're done. I'm not doing this.
And
thank you, though. Thank you. Is this open?
I got a report last night.
Good for you, Doc. Good for you.
Dr. Phil's like, the reason he has to run from his problems is because he has let the disease take over him, and I don't play games.
If he's going to talk to me, he's going to get serious, because I don't play games.
There was one where like a woman came on to be like, "I'm here to talk about all these problems my husband has."
Yeah.
And Dr. Phil did some research and found out that she's a drug addict herself, and he was gonna like just start dealing with her issues. And she immediately was like, "Nope, stop, you can't. You won't." And he's like, "I'm gonna read an email from a friend of yours." And she's like, "Nope," and then she just leaves.
Well, you haven't been fully forthcoming with us.
Because I don't
No,
know
no,
this. Yep.
you need to listen to me.
No, I don't.
Or there was another one where there was a girl who, I think they were dealing with the fact that she had some online relationship. He said, "Is it true that you think it's one of the greatest love stories of all time, even though you've never physically met?" And she's like, "Yes, it is. I'm writing a book about it, in fact." There's like some chuckling from the audience, and she's like, "And you can go ahead and laugh, and I'll be your laughing stock in your spectacle." And Dr. Phil goes, "I'm gonna shut this down right now." "I don't play games."
I don't play those kind of games. You're very manipulative.
All this melodrama about you'll be a laughingstock. I don't play games. And she felt really bad. She was like, "Is there anything I can do, Dr. Phil, to make up for what I've done. And he's like, no, there isn't. Let's go to commercial.
I apologize that I offended you in any way, shape, or form. That was never my intention.
Well, you certainly have. So, Christopher, if you'll take Bailey off, it's good to meet you, and I wish you well.
Thank you.
I'm not doing this.
Thomas Jefferson got into macaroni before he was in the White House, but once he was in the White House...
Was this when the White House was in Pennsylvania and Philadelphia before they moved it to...
I wasn't paying enough attention.
With only 3 cooks left in the kitchen.
Oh, this is a mess.
Keep rolling.
I'll get it. We just gotta wait.
Should I time that to the War of 1812 overture?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
He's a little distracted. So I always thought Gordon Ramsay was a fun watch.
Yeah.
I started watching a lot of YouTube compilations of him. Like there's an official Kitchen Nightmares YouTube channel, there's an official Hell's Kitchen YouTube channel.
Yep.
And they have like this great clip from, I don't know, season 2 or something.
Yep.
Hell's Kitchen. That's the one where they have real executive chefs competing for like a spot at his restaurant.
Yeah.
This Southern lady, she's like, I have 6 boys. Nothing Gordon Ramsay can say to me.
I gave birth to them naturally.
I have had 6 sons. I had them all naturally. And if I can endure that, Hell's Kitchen's gonna be nothing for me.
And just explain to me what it is, please.
All right, what do we have? It's an undone focaccia bread.
It's an undone focaccia bread.
Undone. What does that mean, undone?
It's not done.
It means it's not done.
He thinks she's trying to get cute with like deconstructed or like
undone.
a focaccia reduction.
With a sweet potato reduction. What the f? How do you reduce a sweet potato? I'll do the reducing.
My favorite show of his is still Kitchen Nightmares, especially the British one.
A lot of like egomaniacs in Britain.
Yes.
I mean, not to say there's not
No, they were
plenty
in the US
America.
too,
But there were also a lot of like sad, downtrodden, balding men with glasses who just really should not have been running a restaurant.
Yeah.
Like somehow
He's yelling
just
at them and they're like, I don't know.
walking around meekly in their kitchen.
can't even.
There's a great clip on Kitchen Nightmares. He's
Yeah.
giving the chef a lot of crap for not knowing how to cook a scallop. He's like, oh yeah, you're gonna give me trouble for not being able to make scallops then?
Hey? Go on.
Yeah,
Finish it then.
finish what?
Shall I teach you how to cook a scallop? Or are you just gonna yell like a dick?
Right, are you gonna tone your voice down or are you
Yes.
gonna shout like some dick?
I'll shout like some and then I'll calm down.
Right.
I'm gonna yell like a dick, and then I'd like you to teach me how to make the scallop. He's like, go down to the bookstore, yeah? Learn how to cook scallops, and I'll run your fucking restaurant.
I've heard that like almost all the places on that show have gone out of business.
Yeah, in fact, I heard him say I stopped doing the show because it was too depressing.
Yeah.
You can't presume something that is in that much disaster is gonna reform just because somebody yelled at you. It'd be like if like my job as a person who doesn't do drugs is to like meet with drug addicts and be like, stop doing fucking heroin, yeah?
Yeah.
Why don't you go learn how to cook scallops and I'll do your fucking heroin.
Plonker.
Maybe they don't do heroin like while I'm watching.
Yeah.
And then I go away.
And then they put the heroin in the microwave when you told them to put it in the oven, and then it's just
You're storing your needles with your spoons. What the f? There was one where he was like, he found a dead rat at the entrance of the restaurant, and he just wouldn't stop. He was like, there's a rat!
It's by the door.
No.
You paid for the exterminator?
Sure.
Get your money back.
Okay, that's not funny.
Stop watching our channel. Go watch old clips of Gordon Ramsay. Christopher Walken played Captain Hook on live television.
Yep.
And I think that they meant to cast Christopher Walken from 30 years ago. And there's a scene where he's sitting. He's surrounded by like musical theater players, all of whom are much more competent. And he's like, Petah Pan has a mother. Oh.
Petah Pan has found a mother. Oh, yeah.
They're just like improvising around him to try to prompt the next line.
Yeah.
They're like, it's nice to have a mother.
It's nice to have a mother.
You can hear it very subtly. Somebody goes, the game is up. And he stands up very slowly. And he goes, oh, the game is up.
The game is up.
If ever the day is going badly, you just look up Christopher Walken going, Petah Pan has a mother. That's just Christopher Walken forgetting his lines.
Okay.
It's a specific impression. Petah Pan has a mother. You know, there's something that happens every summer.
What's that?
People are on social media patting themselves on the back for talking about dogs and kids in hot cars.
Oh,
Have you seen this?
Yes.
Look, folks, If you're one of these, I'm talking to you. We all agree that children and pets should not be left in hot cars with windows up. We all agree that that's a hazard. Yep. That sometimes, very occasionally, animals and children die because of this. Yeah. It's not interesting or heroic to hear about how if you see one, you'll smash it open with your bare fists. That's always what the post is. It's like, I'll attack the car.
What if the situation looked dire?
Yeah, of course I would smash it open. But like, that's not the point of
those posts.
The point of the post is to say, I would, you know. I'm like, well, I would hope anybody who genuinely thought a baby was dying in a car.
Yeah, would take some kind of action.
It's not impressive. PSA, just so you know, FYI. There's always the snarky sort of like a...
Those windows are not easy to break.
No, just doesn't impress me, you know, John?
No, well.
It's like saying, like, if I find a baby dying, I will save it. Warning.
Warning. You non-babysavers better watch out because I'm on the watch.
I think you better unfriend your non-babysavers.
Yeah. Why don't you just get off Facebook entirely?
Be surprised if your friend group is filled with people who let babies die in cars. Maybe they think they're lurking everywhere. It's like you don't know who would let a baby die in a car. Oh, jeez. I think people get uptight about it because it can happen pretty quick, right? Like you can suffocate pretty quick in a car.
Like 15 minutes. The heat can get so bad in like 10 or 15 minutes.
John's almost died several times.
Many.
In this kitchen. If I see John in that house overheating, I'll smash all his windows open.
No, my Whistler's AC!
I like the idea that your apartment is basically a hot car.
That we have to get everyone out of right now.
Would you eat that, please? Stop being such a puss.
It's not that bad.
It's not.
It's mustard and onion and a few chemicals. Focus on those three tastes. Mustard, onion, few chemicals. Mustard, onion, few chemicals.
Listen to the sound of my voice.
Mustard, onion, a few chemicals.
I'm gonna look for a noodle that's actually cooked.
Oh, Nina's not doing great. You need some water, Nina?
Oh, okay. Look at Nina.
Oh, look what you did to Nina!
She's vomiting. Oh my God, she's actually vomiting into a toilet.
No, shut up!
No, Frankie, I told you not to do it. Just focus. Onions and mustard.
And a few chemicals. Remember Orson Welles drunk?
The wine commercial, and the peas commercial. I think both of those.
The peas commercial is, of course, classic.
Yeah.
Pinky and the Brain redid it.
Yes, always. I'm always past that.
You are.
Yes.
And there's a few times where he swore, and they had to adapt that for Pinky and the Brain.
Yes.
Get me a jury and show me how you can say in July, and I'll go down on you.
Get me a jury and show me how you can say in July, and I'll make cheese for you.
This is like you sometimes.
Oh, I definitely feel that way sometimes.
Just do anything?
Just do anything?
Okay. 102, take 2.
Ah, the French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired.
The decision to be like, they're all looking at each other like,
to let this go on.
Cut.
California noodle shell is fermented in a pot with boiling water. It's the best French macaroni cheese.
We're having a steamy day.
Action, please.
Ah, the French.
We can start with the table max. I'm going to get some salt for this water.
Table Max.
The table max.
We can start with the Table Max.
I don't know what I meant by that.
Table Max? Do you mean the ones that are on the table?
I'm confused by myself. This used to be, at one point, many Macs ago, this was my favorite shelf Mac.
Yeah, it's pretty good. John, do you ever stretch?
Yep, at work, usually every 15, 20 minutes, I will do a stretch.
It's a thing you see on social media a lot lately, and sometimes like at work.
Yep.
People talking about self-care. Don't forget the self-care, they tell me. I'm always like, what are you talking about? You know, just remember to drink water. And remember to stretch.
And remember to cut toxic people out of your life.
Yeah, toxic people. Toxic people. Can you imagine somebody just bubbling up with actual toxic waste?
Cut out the toxic people. Call out of work for a mental health day.
Yes.
Stretch. Hydrate.
I am for all these things. Drinking water makes you feel great. Stretching makes you feel great. Sometimes you just need a day off.
A mental health day. It's called a vacation day.
Yeah.
It's literally what it is.
Yeah, I take vacation time.
Like, well, think about it. If you broke your leg, you'd have to stay home, right? I'm sad.
Let's try the McTavish. Weird. Ooh.
Super weird. Like maybe don't eat it.
Yeah.
It tastes like you spit it out? Yeah. It tastes wrong.
I can't evaluate it. We'll have to put non-evaluated on the
I just have no idea if it's...
I can't tell anything about it. Like, it has pasta. It's the only property I can tell.
I can't tell anything about it.
I'm under an NDA. So this is cho cheese.
What's cho cheese?
That one.
What? Why?
Because this was nacho cheese.
I feel the need to explain the logic there. One of them is nacho cheese, and he wrote, you know, that old joke, not your cheese, nacho cheese. The one that's not nacho is nacho cheese. C-H-O.
Well, we hope you loved those compilations. If you did, we'll be back at you with more. Let us know if we missed a moment, and we'll make it part of a future clip show. And if you haven't subscribed by now, you ain't never, ever, ever gonna know Mac.
If you're not into Mac by now, you ain't never gonna know Mac.